What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I'm here to do one of my quick hit scouting report videos. This one for the New Orleans Saints, and let's jump right into it. So the New Orleans Saints actually have now improved to 5-2 on the season, dropping the Tampa Bay Bucks to 6-2 after they won. As you can see here, 36-27. It was a damn good game. Saints came out on top. Jameis Winston actually got hurt in this game, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go ahead and get to these numbers. The Saints had 361 total yards, giving up 421 to the Bucks. They had 209 through the air, giving up 350. They had 152 on the ground, giving up 71. They had 5 yards per play, giving up 7.3 to the Bucks. They got a fumble from the Bucks and 2 interceptions. Tom Brady, they did force 2 interceptions on Tom Brady, and they didn't give up any turnovers themselves, which obviously helped them to win this game. New Orleans only let up 1 sack, but got 3 of their own. They were only 35% on third downs, letting up 61%. They did have the ball, though, for 33-16, 26-44 for the Bucks. They only had 2 penalties, which obviously, especially when you look at the disparity here, that obviously also helped, get a win for the Saints with the 2 penalties versus 11. That's pretty outrageous, right? So, all right, let's move on. Let's get through this some more. So, Jameis Winston was 6 of 10 for 56 and a touchdown before he came out of the game. If I remember correctly, it is a knee injury. And I think, I could be wrong about this, but I think he's supposed to be out the remainder of the season. I'm not 100% on that. But there is a really good chance that we do not see Jameis Winston when we play them in Week 16. But Trevor Siemian came in and was 16 for 29, 159 and a touchdown. He actually did quite well in that game in relief of Jameis Winston, and I still think that this is a team that's going to be tough to beat. But let's see, Alvin Kamara had 19 rushes, 61 yards, and a touchdown with a 3-2. Jameis Winston, 4 rushes for 40 yards and a 10 average. Mark Ingram, 6 rushes, 27 and a 4-5. Deontay Harris, 1 for 22. All right, Kevin White led the way receiving, one reception for 38 yards. Deontay Harris, 3 of 7 for 35. Traquan Smith, 3 of 3 for 33 and a touchdown. Garrett Griffin, 3 of 3 for 30. Marquez Callaway, 3 of 5 for 30. Mark Ingram, 2 of 2 for 25. And Alvin Kamara, 3 of 4 for 15. But yeah, even if we have to play Trevor Siemian, I would say that he's less of an issue at quarterback than Jameis Winston is, because I think he's probably a little bit less mobile at least and athletic than Jameis Winston is. And I think that, but this team, and we'll obviously add some more context once we get to the league standings. But it's a tough team, man, and I'm not, I don't think we're going to be able to beat the Saints. But let's see. They allowed Tom Brady to go 28 of 40, 375, 4 touchdowns with the 2 interceptions. Giovanni Bernard led the way rushing, 2 rushes for 30 yards and a 15 average. Leonard Fournette, 8 for 26 and a 3-3. Ronald Jones, 3 for 13 and a 4-3. Receiving, Chris Godwin led the way, 8 of 12 for 140 and a touchdown. Tyler Johnson, 5 of 6, 65. Cyril Grayson, 1 for 50 and a score. Mike Evans, 2 of 4, 48 and a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 3 of 5, 17. O.J. Howard, 2 of 3, 16. Cameron Brate, 2 of 4, 15. And Jalen Darden, 3 of 3 for 11. Giovanni Bernard, 1 for 7 yards and a touchdown. But yeah, back to the Saints. They're a tough team, man, and I don't see us, being able to beat them, unfortunately. I mean, again, at this point, it's unfortunate just in general to know that there aren't really even many games left that appear to be winnable. And, should they lose to the Texans this week, I'm not really even convinced that there is another game that the Dolphins could win. Just real quick, I know it's a little bit of a side note, but we have been talking about it a lot. The Texans appear to me to be the weakest team remaining on the schedule. So, and that includes the Jets. The Jets actually look like they have fight in them. They did beat two good teams in the Titans and the Bengals. Their defense is pretty solid. They've regressed a little bit over the past couple weeks. And they've sustained some injuries and stuff, but I mean, it's a team that could definitely end up beating us. So, but then we obviously have Baltimore, New Orleans, and Tennessee, I think, are guaranteed to be losses. After that, you have, let's say, Carolina and New England as the next hardest games. I'm not convinced we win those as of right now. Then you have the Giants, and then you have the Jets twice and Houston. And I listed those in order of, hardest to easiest. So if we can't beat the Texans this week, Anyway. Let's see, the New Orleans Saints, let's take a look here, because now it is important to keep in mind that they still have only played 7 games. They are, behind the rest of the, most of the league as of right now, because, they've already had their bye and they are 1 game back. So that is important to keep in mind, but as of right now, they currently are 31st in total yards with 2,141, 29th in yards per game with 305.9. They're 31st in passing with 1,341 total, 191.6 per game. They're 13th in total rushing with 875, 9th in rushing yards per game with 125. They are 17th currently in total points with 176 on the season, and 13 in per game average at 25.1. So even with some of these statistics, obviously it would be a little bit difficult for our defense, where they currently rank, to be able to hold up against these guys. But this is where it really starts to get difficult, let's say, for the Dolphins, because obviously the offense has had its struggles and they have a pretty damn good defense. So, and yards per game average, they're giving up 344.3 total, which is 10th. Passing yards, it's 281.1, which is 22nd, so there's an opportunity there. But rushing, they're 2nd in the league, giving up 79.4. And points, they're 4th in the league, only giving up 18.3. So it's going to be a tough defense to move the ball on the ground and to score on. So we'll see. Yeah, but this is, and again, this is part of why I'm not so sure we're going to be able to beat the Saints. Look, and just real quick, because as dreary and dismal as it is, the outlook for the rest of the season, I mean, just like I always say when it comes to any of my negative predictions, I hope I'm wrong, dude, but this is just the honest and, most objective evaluation that I can give. And as much as it sucks, I just got to keep it real with you guys. So takeaways, when it comes to takeaways, they're pretty good. They have 13 on the season, which is 9th or 3rd with ties included. They have 11 interceptions, which currently has them 4th, but tied for 1st. There are 4 teams that currently have 11, and they are all tied there, bunched up at 1. They just happen to fall at 4th on the list. But anyway, fumbles, they only have 2, though, which has them at 27th or 8th with ties. They're okay with sacks. They have 16, 21st, 9th with ties, obviously, again, being 1 game back. Passes defense, though, and even being 1 game back from most of the league, they are still 3rd in the league or 2nd with ties. They're actually tied with us for 40, having 40 passes defensed. But 3rd down defense, they are 10th in the league with 37.5% given up. And then, of course, as always, take a quick look at the Dolphins' current offensive and defensive league standings. And by the way, though, this does not include the Thursday night game, the Week 9 game that is going to be played tonight. I will be watching that game because the Jets are playing. So it's a Thursday night game. It's obviously the only game on. And it happens to have a team that we are supposed to be playing at some point down the line, so they are still on our schedule. So I will be watching that game, and then I will be doing my scouting report video after the league standings update. But this current video does not have those updated league standings as of the Week 9 matchup tonight, but they will later this evening when I make that video, and then I'm probably also going to make another video, another Week 8 scouting report video. I am planning to do that one for the Texans because then tomorrow I have my preview video for the Texans, so I want to make sure to get all that in order and so on and so forth. Anyway, with that, I am about to get out of here. Let me go ahead and remind you, though, real quick of the Rave On Sports App. Make sure to check it out. It's a new fan-driven sports app that is aiming to enhance your game day experience with live play-by-plays, as well as live chats with other fans and content creators. By the way, it's not just for football. It is also for basketball, for baseball, and other major sports, and they are expanding as they grow. All right, with that, make sure you check out the links in the description box to get that. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comments section. And, of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at DillonTartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Phins up.